Hello, hi, welcome to the Glowing Skin series. I'm Christine Ho, and today I have Jennifer Baskin and Jessica Rose of The Nature of Beauty. So, hello, welcome, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. So, please tell us all your personal story.
Well, I can start. I've been an esthetician for 15 years, and I got into the skincare industry because I was having some strange skin issues that dermatologists couldn't figure out, and they basically just told me to manage it and deal with it, and I did not like that answer. So I started doing a bunch of research, and that led to me detoxifying my entire household, including my makeup, skincare, cleaning products, pretty much anything and everything that was in my house that went on my body, detox. And then it was really hard to just find ingredients that were safe and products that were researched. And so that is how we ended up with The Nature Beauty, so that we now carry over 25 brands of thoroughly researched products for other people who care about looking good and makeup and skincare, but also want safe and non-toxic products.
And I'm Jessica. I struggled with acne my entire life. Like, I've done Accutane, spironolactone, all of the topical and oral antibiotics. And so doing my own research and trying to figure out my own skin, and then meeting Jennifer along the way, who encouraged me to go into aesthetics, was really kind of how I made my obsession with my skin into a career.
Okay, yes, that sounds very sweet and charming. So, yes. So, please tell us, how long have you been working in the beauty and cosmetics industry?
I've been doing it for about 15 years, mostly on the medical side of aesthetics, and then transitioned to the natural side for about the last 5 to 6 years.
And I was a nurse since 2005, before meeting Jennifer, and have been an esthetician since 2013.
Oh, that's so very nice. So, would you say that your cosmetics and skincare line is good for the skin?
Yeah, pretty much all the products that we carry here are healthier alternatives. They're non-toxic and eco-friendly. That does not necessarily mean they're 100% organic. That is a huge question we get all the time. And it's not really the right question for people to be asking. The question is more about the other ingredients in it, because there are some products and ingredients that are not 100% organic that are still non-toxic and eco-friendly and much healthier for the skin. And they don't have things like phthalates and fragrances and petroleum-based ingredients that can cause problems with the skin. So pretty much everything we carry has been thoroughly researched, and we have a huge long list of ingredients we don't allow in any of our products. So if anybody is interested in having their products carried with us, it's quite a process for them to get on our shelves. It's not just as easy as it smells good and it looks good.
Oh yes, that's always a very good thing to look out for. So can you also share with us some of the ingredients that you make sure that none of your products carry?
Yeah, mostly, the main ingredients, a lot of people kind of know the big ingredients, the sodium lauryl sulfates, the petrochemicals, the petroleums, the fragrances, phthalates, all these types of ingredients. There's quite a long list. We have an entire page on our website that lists all of them. And we have a little handout we give people too that they can carry around in their wallet that is sort of the big main ingredients for people to look out for. And then all of our services we do as well, just as most of our skincare services, we use all of those products in our arsenal of back bar on all of our services for facials, peels, things like that.
Another good resource for people that I always like to mention is Environmental Working Group. If you have questions about any of your personal products, you can type in. They have a huge database of ingredients. So Environmental Working Group Skin Deep database, and then no more dirty books. No,
yeah, that sounds right.
Or Think Dirty.
Think Dirty.
Sorry, Think Dirty. Yeah. Those are both good resources for people. Like when you're, in the store, you can have the apps on your phone. So I always like to tell people to download those.
Oh yes, of course. Those are all really good resources, of course. And you also mentioned about how you look for certain products, certain ingredients in your products to make sure that, you know, they stay out of. So would you say that those products that you do recommend and give out to your customers, would those be, you know, products that would make skin healthier overall, especially over time?
Yes, because of our background, we sort of fit in a little bit of a niche market that isn't very large, obviously, being a niche market, but we have a medical background. So we came from aesthetics where we're using all kinds of, you know, chemicals and corrective products and prescriptions and things like that. And now that we do really only natural, eco-friendly, non-toxic products, we still want them to be corrective. We still want people to see a difference in their skin, to see that glow, to see refinement, to see their textures improve, their pigment improve. So that's why it's really hard for us to find really good skincare lines that don't have the naughty ingredients, are corrective, and give people a nice difference. And they still are cosmetically elegant and smell nice, because a lot of things people can find at your Whole Foods type of stores or natural health food stores, they're great, they smell nice, they're pretty, they have nice packaging. They're not usually very corrective. They're just pretty mild. You know, they're cleansers, they're moisturizers, they're toners. That's about all they do. Whereas we like to find ingredients like retinols, retinoids, alpha hydroxy acids that are still in a natural base, so people can see that difference in their skin.
Of course, that's always good advice to be giving out to everyone. And I'm sure that's something that a lot of people would be very glad to know about, especially with whatever products that they can try and use.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. So please let us know, what was the first product you started out the company with?
The first couple brands we had were Naturopathica, and we've had Couleur Carmel's, one of our makeup brands we've had for a really long time. That is a brand that comes from France, and they do EcoCert, vegan, cruelty-free, all that kind of packaging and product. So those are the few that we started out with. Naturopathica is from the Hamptons, East Coast, and Couleur comes from France. And then we've added 20 plus product lines in there since then, and hoping to add some more, including our own, in the next couple months. So.
Oh yes, that sounds very exciting. Mm-hmm. And so, so when exactly are you planning on launching out your own products?
It's almost complete. The product line is called E2. Our parent company is actually Eco Aesthetics, and so the Nature Beauty is our spa and store, and then Eco Aesthetics is the parent company, so E2 is for Eco Aesthetics. So starting with some alpha hydroxy acid exfoliating natural body washes, body lotions that smell great, and some body scrubs, tinted lip balms, things like that.
So yes, please share with us also, what is the latest brand that you opened up with?
Well, the latest brand will probably be our own brand that we'll hopefully have out soon. Short of that, we've added a lot of new colors and new products in some existing product lines that we've had, because a lot of our vendors are really good about coming up with new things, new formulas, new colors, seasonal stuff. So like Alima Pure, for example, is a mineral makeup line we've carried for many years, and they always had loose minerals, and they just came out with pressed minerals. So they have pressed eyeshadows, pressed foundations, liquid foundations, all totally natural and mineral based. So they do add a little sunscreen, which is always a good thing.
So what exactly are the safety standards that you use for each brand that you promote?
Safety standards mostly have to do with just thorough research of all of their ingredients. We require that they have MSDS sheets, which are safety data materials sheets, so we know that every ingredient that they put in the product or list in the product is accurate, so that we can research it thoroughly. And you know, we also try and look for things like if they have eco-friendly packaging, recyclable packaging, compostable parts to their packaging, if they have eco-friendly production processes, and really try to make the least amount of carbon footprint that they can. So we start with the ingredients, research all of those, and then move on to the other things. And most of our brands do all of those things. And so sometimes we've had people contact us that are interested in having their products here, and they don't do some of those things. And then after we talk about it, they start doing those things. So hopefully, you know, people can transition a little better to more eco-friendly productions and packaging, so that everybody can kind of keep tabs on that sort of thing. So
so So what are your own personal favorite items and brands for each of you?
Well, I will start with my favorite cleanser is the One Love Organics Brand New Day, it's called, and it's a powder form, so it's easy to travel with. It's papaya and pineapple enzyme, and it has a sweet pea powder, so it gives you both the enzyme and the physical exfoliation, so your skin will be glowing after you use it. I use it both at home and in almost all of my treatments. It's just like my favorite, I guess, as far as a cleanser goes. And then as far as makeup, definitely the Kluwer Caramel. Their foundations are like unparalleled, and then their mascara is wonderful. Their lipsticks are also they have different kinds, like a matte, more like a nude, or sorry, a matte and a like glossy. So just depending, but still like highly, highly pigmented, and they last all day. So those are my two favorite brands, I guess I would say.
My favorite brands for skincare would be Naturopathica. They are very corrective as well as eco-friendly and mostly organic. And they make a retinol cream that I love because it really helps with glowing skin. It refines texture, pore size, pigment. It does, but it's not so strong that it's going to make you red or irritated. I have very sensitive skin, so it works really great for me, and it's a really luxurious, rich cream. So it's super moisturizing at the same time. And then for makeup lines, I love the Kluwer Caramel as well. Their mascara is my favorite, and I'm super picky. Tried every mascara under the sun, and that is my all-time favorite without any coal tars, waxes, phthalates, fragrances, any of the bad ingredients in it. It does last all day though, and it stays on as well as any other brand I've ever tried.
And that's what I was saying. I used to, coming from a medical background, kind of follow an 80-20 rule where I would allow myself like 20% naughty products, but you don't even need to anymore with the Kluwer Caramel Mascara, because it goes on like any of your naughty mascaras, like gives you the volume and length that any of the other ones do. So definitely check that one out.
Oh yes, so that makes me want to try some of those things as well. So
Definitely do.
Definitely should.
yes, they sound pretty amazing. So what kind of home care products would you recommend that clients be able to use in order to obtain glowing, radiant skin at home?
I would say that's a loaded question, but I like to divide it into two parts. So having dealt with other health issues and having a medical background, I know that a huge part of glowing skin is internal. You got to drink your water, eat your vegetables, get good sleep. Like there's a huge part. Our body is like a big petri dish, a huge microbiome. And when your gut is healthy, your skin is healthy. So when I think of glow, I think of healthy skin. But as far as topically, our rules of thumb are always use a vitamin C because that's a great antioxidant, and it also gives you an added SPF, and SPF is another huge thing. Protecting your skin from the sun every day, not when it's just sunny outside or not when you're going to the beach. And then thirdly, using a retinol. Like exfoliation is indispensable when it comes to glowing skin. You need to be turning over those skin cells. As we age, obviously, your skin cell turnover slows down, so you need to kick that up and slough off that dead skin. So speaking with an esthetician that you trust to figure out what is the most appropriate exfoliation for your skin type is huge, because I think there's so many out there that are wrong and that people do, so it's hard to make recommendations, like broad recommendations for people. So but exfoliation is huge.
Okay, do you have anything more to add on that as well?
Pretty much everything she said. And then, and also if people have things like acne, let's just say, they tend to get red spots, purple spots that last for a really long time. And so to have your skin get back to glowing, you have to correct the acne, of course, which takes a little bit of work and a little bit of diligence and a little bit of patience and the right product line. But one of the really important things that most people don't think about with acne is, like she said, sunscreen, because those spots that are left over are post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation.
Yes.
And the more sunscreen you use while you have the acne and while that is healing, the faster those spots are going to fade. But like the reason babies and kids have such perfect skin is because they don't have brown spots and wrinkles and texture and pore size and acne and all these things that make the light not reflect off your skin perfectly. So the smoother you can get your skin and the more even colored you can get your skin. You know, a lot of women have issues with melasma from pregnancy, from hormones. So helping reduce that pigment and having, you know, whether it's freckles or splotches or sunspots or whatever people call them, they always have creative names for them. You know, your sunscreen comes into play there, and as well, the vitamin C helps brighten and even out pigmentation, and so does the retinol. So, you know, people get fixated on little things like what toner should I use and what moisturizer should I use and what cleanser should I use. And those are important to find good ones, but those aren't corrective. You know, your cleanser, you cleanse your face, it washes down the drain. Your moisturizer moisturizes, but then you go wash your face and it goes away and you need to put more on. So if those steps that you're doing don't have any corrective ingredients that stay on your skin for the day or protect your skin or neutralize free radicals, then, you know, you're just sort of staying neutral. You're not really correcting or gaining anything. You're just sort of maintaining. But time and gravity will win that fight.
One thing that I think we didn't mention too, though, is makeup. You can definitely do different highlighting, contouring things at home. So
yeah, and the evening out, if you do have issues like acne, and a lot of people tend to want to cover it up with the thickest makeup they can find, a pancake makeup or something that's very opaque, that is sometimes going to make the issue worse. So while you have acne, while you have pigmentation issues, while you have these things you're trying to correct, using a really safe, natural makeup that isn't going to clog pores, but still evens out the skin, gives great texture and color. And then once the skin is improved and is more glowing and is smoother and is even toned, you know, then you can usually go more sheer with your makeup or wear less or wear tinted moisturizer or something like that. But you know, definitely don't want to make the problem worse by covering it up with something that's not going to help the problem.
Oh, yes, of course. That's all very useful and very helpful advice. So please also share with us, what kind of spa services do you think that clients should try out in order to help them to obtain glowing skin?
Seeing an esthetician regularly and having your skin assessed and having those like personal recommendations is sort of irreplaceable, because there's so many product line, you know, and services out there that having a professional look at your skin and make specific recommendations is huge. My signature facial is the dermaplaning and repair. Dermaplaning involves a little surgical scalpel that you just lightly scrape off the top dead layer of skin, which as a byproduct removes the peach fuzz. And people love that because product then can penetrate to the level where it can be the most effective, and then also your makeup just lays on a lot smoother. So that is an awesome like red carpet, I would say, you know, treatment where you could go to your wedding afterwards. You know, it just leaves your skin glowing. I add after that is a more corrective facial, either an enzyme or an AHA, which further exfoliates and can treat problem areas like pigment or worse texture areas. And then we will finish with like a mask and then lymphatic drainage. So those are all huge helpful things to help your skin glow. I would say that's probably my favorite as far as the glowing skin service. So check out a local esthetician who does dermaplaning for sure.
Okay, yes. Do you have anything else to add as well?
Well, the dermaplaning is by far the most popular procedure because it's really for anybody, young, old, problematic skin, not problematic skin. We do have then for people who are looking for more correction, you know, we do get a lot of clients in their 50s, 60s, and 70s who have a little bit more texture and experience lines is what we like to call them. So Jess offers services too, like microneedling, which is a little bit more invasive without being, you know, painful.
Downtime, I guess.
So the general rule of thumb for most people is the more correction you want to see, or the more you're trying to fix, the more downtime there's going to be if you want to go with more aggressive treatments, which give you more bang for your buck because they will work faster with less treatments, but there's usually a litove downtime involved, pink skin, red skin, maybe some crusting happening peeling for a couple weeks. And then most people these days don't want a ton of downtime, so they love to come in for things like that dermal cleaning and repair. They come once a month, they get that done, there's no downtime, they love it.
One tip too is if you're planning for an event, definitely see an esthetician well before, like 6 months before, because there's a lot of things that you can do in that amount of time, but you can only do so much in, you know, a short amount of time. So a lot of services are spread out like 4 weeks apart. So you're going to want to give yourself like 4 or 6 treatments to achieve a certain result. So don't come in the week before your wedding and be like, I need a little help here. So that's just one tip, I guess.
Oh yes, that's all very helpful, very useful advice. And I'm sure, yes, there would be a lot of brides-to-be that will be coming in and saying, I need deplaning. Amongst different others. So it's definitely good for them to know, you know, that they need a good chunk of time in advance instead of like you said, the week before their wedding or something.
For sure. More is better. So.
Oh, yes, of course. And so actually say that there is a bride who's coming in who's trying to do deplaning, like how long of a time do you think it would take for, you know, even one treatment? How far can it go? And
I always like to have people come in and have it done at least one time before the big day, so that because everybody's skin reacts kind of differently to those sorts of services. Some people may end up a little bit red. Some people say, I love my skin. Like me, I love my skin the day I'm dermaplaned. I like to put my makeup on. Like I could dermaplane myself in an ideal world, like every day.
You don't?
I don't. I should maybe, but because my skin is very active. So a drier skin person might say, I love my skin, you know, like the most 3 days to a week after dermaplaning. So really kind of seeing where your skin is and how you feel after the treatment is best. Most people, I mean, dermaplaning lasts about a month. Our skin cells turn over every 30 days. So most people come in monthly for that service. But if you have other more corrective issues, like a lot of texture, and you may want to do like peels, like a set of peels or microneedling, you're gonna, again, want to start months before a big event.
okay, that's all very good and useful advice. I'm sure a lot of people will definitely take all of that into consideration. Yeah. So yes, and you also work in your own spa called The Nature of Beauty. So are there any other types of treatments that you also share and can provide and let the audience know about?
Here, so she does most of our skincare services. I'm also an esthetician, but I don't do so many skincare services anymore. I do permanent makeup, tattooing. So we do facial permanent makeup, eyebrows, eyeliner, lips, scar camouflage. And then I also work somewhere else at a doctor's office doing areola tattooing for breast cancer patients. And then we have another gal here who does lash extensions and some permanent makeup. So we try to create a collective of people who do different things to meet everyone's needs and you know, have a lot of different services for people all in one place. And we all are like-minded, wellness-focused, eco-friendly people. So we definitely don't want to have people in here that are using ingredients we don't approve of. So we'd also screen anybody who would come in here and work with us for those reasons as well, and make sure that they're using either our product lines or have approved product lines for any of their services.
Oh yes, of course. And that all sounds very exciting and new to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, so just, you know, for our own sake of curiosity, I suppose, what are your own favorite types of treatments that you provide that you enjoy doing most?
Areola tattooing that I do is very rewarding. Those patients obviously are about a year out from any of their breast cancer treatments and their mastectomy, and so they're well again, they're feeling good again. It's the end of their process, so they're really interesting people. They have interesting stories to tell, and they're very grateful and thankful that we provide the service for them. So that is probably the most rewarding thing I do. I like doing eyeliner too. It's kind of the permanent makeup eyeliner tattooing. It's interesting and kind of challenging. So I enjoy doing that. And then I like doing consults for people too, to kind of impart information, educate them, answer their questions, and help them leave here feeling comfortable with something they didn't feel comfortable with before. A lot of our clients come in and say, I don't know how to put on eyeliner. I can't do it. Can you help me? And so just showing them how and making them feel comfortable. Or, I don't understand what a vitamin C is or does. What can you tell me about that? And just helping them understand why they should use something, because they're about 10 times more likely to use a product if they know why it's important and what it's going to do for them, instead of somebody just saying, here, buy this, you'll like it.
It smells good.
It smells nice, whatever.
Yeah. My current favorite, as I told you about, is dermaplaning, but I just purchased a new device after playing with it and doing some continuing education, is microcurrent. That works at a more like muscular level. It works on the fascia, kind of retraining those muscles to be, instead of it's like a mini facelift or non-surgical facelift, I guess. Because as we age, especially, we make a lot of the same facial expressions, and that Botox and filler are helpful for it. But if you're looking for a more natural alternative, microcurrent is definitely something to check out.
Oh yes, of course, and that's something that I think a lot of people will be excited about, since this is also different types of treatments which will help prevent plastic surgery down the road.
Yes.
Yes, of course. So please also let us know, what are you most proud of from 2017?
Well, we did a new spa build out, and this is where we're sitting here in our new brick and mortar store. And there was about 5 months of blood, sweat, and tears put into this place. Actual blood, sweat, and tears. So it's done now. It's beautiful. We have so much more space and lights, and we have a more of an open concept in the back of our space as opposed to closed rooms, so that we can also open up the entire back space and have classes and education and things like that. So it was a lot of hard work, but it's done now and it's awesome. So
Of course. And so tell us, what are you most excited about for 2018?
I would say my most exciting thing for 2018 is A, being done with the build out, and B, just going from being, I was the manager at a med spa for the last 3 years, and so going out on my own, doing my own continuing education, and being able to pick what services I bring to my clients is so exciting, and I cannot wait to just pass this new information on and just provide the best services that are available. So I guess that would be my most exciting thing for 2018.
Yeah, I'm most excited for the new product launch that we'll be doing, the E2 products, and getting those out on the shelves and complete. I have a background in graphic design and marketing, things like that, and so it's taken me a very long time to finish this. Mostly I have a little OCD, so I get a little stuck on things like labels and graphics and colors and fonts and barcodes and things like that. So I finally just decided, nobody cares about it as much as I do. I'll just get it out there and I'll tweak it as I go along. So hopefully, we'll be seeing that in the next month or two.
So please also share with us and the audience about your free gift.
So yeah, our special gift for the Glowing Skin Series viewers is a 20% off coupon code for anything on our website: makeup, skincare, hair care, fair trade jewelry, home accessories, candles. So go to our website at natureofbeauty.com, and the code is glowing20, just the word glowing, 20. And then if anybody's local to Minneapolis, come and see us and see Jess for 50% off any skincare service for new clients.
Okay, it sounds like an amazing deal, and something that I'm sure a lot of the audience members will love and appreciate, especially anyone who is local in Minneapolis for you guys. Yes, so do you have any more parting words of wisdom you would like to share with the audience as well?
I guess I would just say, don't turn off your brain just to look good. check into your ingredients, check into your products, use the resources like the Environmental Working Group app if you're out and about in the world and you're wondering, is this product good? Just scan it in or look it up. And if you don't want to have to do all that work, come to our website and we got you covered because we already did the research for you.
Vote with your dollars. The natural beauty is definitely making waves. So